I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma for a work trip this past week, and let me tell you, Tulsa's unbelievable. I didn't know really what to expect. I had never been to Tulsa. I'd been to Norman, Oklahoma many times. I've been to Oklahoma City a couple of times. But this was my first trip to Tulsa, and it was really impressive. It's impossible for me not to start by talking about the food. The restaurants were great. I went to a variety in the 4 days I was there, higher end places, but also very accessible places, coffee shops. Everything was really excellent. The architecture is really impressive. Lots of 1920s era kind of Art Deco lobbies and structures. Some really interesting things from that period 100 years ago, and then of course some modern structures too that really fit in nicely. I was impressed by some very mindful city planning. In particular, I want to show you a short video I took in John Hope Franklin Gardens. I think they're calling it Gardens, but it's a place to reflect and to think about our history, our place in history, certainly connected to some of Tulsa's history. And the history in that area is amazing. From the Trail of Tears and the Five Tribes to what we were really focusing on over the last 5 years, which is the 1921 massacre, sometimes called race riots, in Tulsa, in the Black Wall Street section, the Greenwood section of Tulsa. They have a fascinating, first of all, there's lots of commemorations throughout the downtown area about that, but in the neighborhood, there's a wonderful center that's very moving. It's difficult, lots of it difficult to move through, but it's very powerful. It's absolutely worth checking out. And then also, perhaps the most surprising to me is the arts scene there. And I was only there as a guest, as a visitor. I was there for business, so I wasn't able to sort of just take it all in. But I can tell you, even the parts that I saw were impressive. I didn't realize that the Woody Guthrie Archive that was in New York for many years was moved to Tulsa about 10 years ago. And then once that happened, they were able to lure the Bob Dylan archives to be there too. So there's a Dylan Center. There's a wonderful Woody Guthrie Center there. There's a jazz museum. They have opera. They have ballet. I think Othello was being performed in the public arts space while I was there. I didn't get a chance to. I was doing too much work, but I did get a chance to go through some of those areas, and it's really remarkable. So if you're passing through, or if you just need a destination that may be new to you, I really want to give. I'm not working for the Chamber of Commerce or anything, but I want to give my endorsement. Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was really fascinating. By the way, in case you were wondering about my song choice, the Gap Band were from Tulsa and were named after streets in the historic Greenwood neighborhood.